And today's devotion is titled Power of Words. It's taken from Matthew 21 from verse 18, subtitled Jesus Curses a Fig Tree. Early in the morning, as Jesus was on his way back to the city, he was hungry. Seeing a fig tree by the road, he went up to it, but found nothing on it except leaves. Then he said to it, "May you never bear fruit again." Immediately the tree withered. When the disciples saw this, they were amazed. "How did the fig tree wither so quickly?" they asked. Jesus replied, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, not only can you do what was done to the fig tree, but also you can say to this mountain, 'Go, throw yourself into the sea,' and it will be done. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer." So three things pop up in this account. First of all, it's in the power of words. Secondly, it's in our faith. And thirdly, it's in the matter of productivity. So let's talk about faith. Faith is a substance of things hoped for. So Jesus spoke to this fig tree by faith. And he said, "May no one eat from you. May you never bear fruit again." And immediately it withered. All right, that is faith. And even in our own lives, there are places where our faith is tested, or our faith lacks, or our faith needs to arise. There are times in our lives, and there are situations. I wouldn't say even that there are times. It's in everything that we do. Even now as I speak by faith. The authority of Jesus Christ that I am speaking with, it is by faith, because Jesus Christ is pleased by our faith. However small it is, put it into practice and you will see the results thereof. Secondly, of course, is about productivity. Now, this fruit or this tree was supposed to bring forth fruit, but the reason Jesus ended up cursing it was because it was not fruitful. It did not bear fruit when it was needed to have fruit. And I relate that to our own personal walk with the Lord. Am I fruitful? Are my words fruitful? Do I have the fruit of the Spirit? Am I patient? Am I loving? Do I have goodness? Do I have the joy of the Lord? All those things, as the writer in the Galatians puts forth, those are the things we need to ask God for. Do I have a heart of love? Or, because where there is love, you will not have selfishness. And these are the fruits that need to be, around us. And you can actually have a checklist. You can checklist yourself and say, hapa kwa patience, I need the hand of God. Hapa kwa love, I do not have fruit. I'm not bearing that fruit. I'm not patient. I am not loving. I am not this and that. And you can give yourself a great score because of that fruit of the Spirit and find out whether you have fruit within you or not. But Jesus spoke and said, "May you never bear fruit again." And those are very, very harsh words, that as a Christian believer, we need to have faith. And we also need to be fruitful. Let's look at the third one, the power of words. The power of your words. Your words carry power. Your words can create. Your words can demolish, right? And by creating, I mean that your words can actually create something. And this is why I am a firm believer. I can even say I'm a staunch believer in speaking life. It is important because when you speak life upon this land, you're saying, "Kenya, you are fruitful. Kenya, you shall make it. Kenya, I speak to you in the name of Jesus. You are going to be a revival nation." You are speaking forth, and these words carry forth power. Just as Jesus spoke, and the words that he spoke, there was a result of those words. And that's also serves as a caution, because to us, sometimes we end up in the bandwagon of complainers. We become negative talkers. We even negative talk people who are prophesying into their lives. Somebody says, "One day, I'm going to be the first Kenyan to go into science or to be awarded this and that." And there are those who are naysayers. They're just like, lakini, can that even work? May we know the power of our words. Let's not discourage lives. Let's not discourage destinies, because destinies have been birthed, and they have, some of them as a result as a result of prayer. Some destinies are as a result of prayer. Now, I do not want to be the kind who speaks negatively of the destinies that God is busy birthing, because I do not have an idea of where these destinies have come from. And therefore, even our words, the words we speak to our children, the words we speak to ourselves, you know, even regardless of our situations, regardless of our surroundings, what words are we saying? Are we busy talking down our leaders? Are we busy dressing down people and saying the way they have no worth, you know? Yet God sees them different. God sees them different. And so Jesus spoke to this fig tree and said, may you never bear fruit again. There is power behind that tongue. If all of us, what if all of us tonight were to speak a word, prophetic word, a prophetic word upon this land, a prophetic word upon even the flood waters, like right now, because you can hear, you know, the chatter, you can hear the banter. But what if all of us were to speak something, a word of faith in the midst of that which is happening? What would happen? You know, maybe even our newspaper headlines would change. Perhaps, I'm just saying. You know, so we need to gather those three things. Am I productive? Do I have fruits? Am I a man of faith? That means that faith is needed. By faith, you know. And also, I have power behind the words that I speak. And that is the word of the Lord in Jesus' holy name.